us pray. O divine Creator, as we gather in this place, our hearts and minds turn to the spirit of wisdom, which shaped this college and continues to breathe life onto this campus. Collective wisdom that was born from the gathering of knowledge from trusted mentors who have dedicated their lives to this place. We are grateful for the passion and continued commitment of this institution to equip gifted and bright leaders of today and tomorrow. For these Hendrix College alumni, Cathy Langston and Waylon Holyfield, we give thanks and lift them before our community as exemplars. They embody so well the virtues of rich and authentic storytelling, innovative research, passionate creativity, and careful care for your creation. As they share their journeys with us, keep our minds open to new ideas, that we may grow in our understanding of the nature of all living beings and our connectedness with the world, that we may become filled with generosity of spirit and strive to heal the hurts around us, that we may be those who speak truth through music, through art, through creative mediums. Make these tales live for us in all their many bearings. Amen. Please be seated.
Well, good morning and welcome. We're here today to celebrate the achievements of two outstanding Hendrix alumni. As we celebrate these two individuals, we also recognize the role that this special place we call Hendrix College has played in their success and in the lives of the thousands of students who have called Hendrix their academic home over the past 140 years. Today, we're here to recognize the spirit and the genius of this place and this community that has so long nurtured and continues to nurture individuals of character, accomplishment, and true substance. And above all, we're here to celebrate and to hear from two extraordinarily accomplished graduates, folks who took that broad, rigorous, and engaged experience of the liberal arts at Hendrix and built upon it careers of distinction and lives of meaning. They are testaments to the Hendrix faculty and staff who taught and mentored them, models to the students here who are following in their footsteps, and inspirations to us all. Before we meet this year's Odyssey medalists, I am pleased to introduce the Hendrix College Choir under the direction of Dr. Andrew Morgan.
Day.
Thank you, Hendrix College Choir and Dr. Morgan. That was lovely. The Odyssey program is, as you all know, the heart and soul of Hendrix College today. It is the natural evolution of the college's long-standing commitment to experiential learning, going beyond the classroom, beyond the textbook, and into the community and the world. And although today every college and university in this nation makes the claim that it offers state-of-the-art engaged learning, few places have done it for as long or now do it anywhere near as well as we do here at Hendrix. And nothing illustrates this more clearly than the journeys of the two Hendrix graduates who have returned to campus this morning. Today, Hendrix College and the Board of Trustees are proud to honor the accomplishments of alumni who exemplify the ideals of Hendrix and the Odyssey program. Two Hendrix students who have completed Odyssey projects in the areas for which the medals are being awarded have been asked to introduce our honorees. Provost Terry Bonebright will introduce each student presenter. Mr. Paul Craig, a member of the Hendrix Board of Trustees, will assist me then in the presentation of the Odyssey medals. Mr. Craig is a 1960 physics graduate of Hendrix and received the Odyssey Medal for Professional and Leadership Development in 2004, the first year in which the medals were awarded. After the medal presentation, each recipient will be asked to respond. Terry, will you please introduce our first student?
My introductions this morning will be brief because the students will be talking about themselves and how their Odyssey experiences connect them with the honoree, as well as sharing information about the alumni we are honoring today. Danielle Rasen, a junior music major and a psychology minor from Cedarville, Arkansas, is our first student speaker. She will be introducing the recipient of the Odyssey Medal for Artistic Creativity.
Good morning. My name is Danielle Rasen. I am a junior music major and psychology minor here at Hendrix College. I am honored to introduce Mr. Wayland Holyfield of the Hendrix College class of 1964 to you all today. Through Hendrix's Odyssey program this past summer, I spent 12 weeks interning at Preston Palmer Studios here in Conway. This project allowed me to explore different careers in the music industry by working with lesson instructors, instrument repairmen, musicians, and producers all under one roof. With their guidance, I designed and directed 2 projects that aimed to bring a new perspective on music to local musicians of different ages and skill levels. One of these programs was a 4-day camp to introduce basic music reading skills to young children and to hopefully spark an ongoing interest in music. The later project brought together percussionists, drummers, of different ages and backgrounds to improvise music together in the most unconventional way by making music with absolutely anything except for a drum. These programs challenged me to both teach in a creative way, such as finding new ways to keep the interest of a group of elementary school kids, and to step out of my comfort zone to lead a group, like in order to encourage a room full of drummers to improvise rhythms and to play them on a cardboard box instead of a snare drum. In this way, our next Odyssey Medal recipient, Mr. Wayland Holyfield, and I have a bit in common. We both share a profound interest in music, although I suppose over 45 years of Nashville songwriting experience, including over 40 top 10 hits and 14 #1 songs, counts as a little more than an interest. Mr. Holyfield and I both strive to make an impact through music, and one can certainly say that he has already accomplished that. I grew up in Northwest Arkansas, in a small rural town near Fort Smith, and every year, my school district encouraged its history classes to participate in Arkansas History Day, in which students research and present various topics that pertain to the state. Now, for those of you who are not from Arkansas, I'll share a small quirk about this state. We have no less than 4 state songs, and I grew up hearing every one of them every year on Arkansas History Day. And Mr. Wayland Holyfield, believe it or not, is actually the writer of one of these songs, specifically the catchy one titled "Arkansas, You Run Deep in Me." There is no doubt that Mr. Holyfield's many artistic achievements have represented not only the state of Arkansas, but also Hendrix College very well over the past many years. And so I am honored to introduce to you all Odyssey medalist Wayland Holyfield.
In recognition of a professional and personal life well lived, the Hendrix Board of Trustees and Hendrix College are honored to present Wayland Holyfield with the 2016-17 Odyssey Medal for Artistic Creativity, and to hold him up to our students, our alumni, and the community at large as a testament to the value of engaged liberal arts and sciences education at Hendrix College. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. I like to say that behind every successful songwriter is an astonished mother-in-law. I want to thank the board, Dr. Tsutsui, the faculty and students for this very prestigious award. It's very special. Nancy and I were married in that chapel 45 and a half years ago. And I'll have to say, if I'm going to give some thanks, I've got to thank Nancy for believing and sticking with me. And she truly is the inspiration for the song of my life. Thank you, dear. I came to Hendrix and walked on this campus with the idea that I might play a little basketball. I was short, but I was slow. And it didn't take me too long to know that my collegiate basketball career was going to be short-lived. Another thing, though, when I walked on this campus with some of these folks right over here that I'm going to mention in a second, it didn't take long to realize there was a high standard here. A lot was expected. I called it hard. But you know what? Hard is not a bad thing. Hard is a good thing if you use it and understand that it sets a standard that I truly believe helped me as I went forward in life in all aspects of living and career. So, Hendrix, thank you for that standard of excellence. It's still with me. When we came to Hendrix, there was a band that we had. We had Johnny Roberts and the Rebels. Johnny, hello. He's right over here. Dent Gitchell played the piano. He was there, and me. And Bob Griffin, who now is a chemistry professor at MIT, head of a bitter magnetic laboratory, and it was our drummer. And I got a note or email from Bob when he found out that I was receiving the medal. And he said, I want you to think about telling the people about this cheer that you made up, when we were freshmen and went to the football games for the Warriors. And it went like this. This is Hendrix, okay? Retard them, make them relinquish the ball. So when you guys go to Rhodes Saturday night, retard them, make them relinquish the ball. I think we're on to something here. I just want to say, though, it means so much to have friends that I've associated with and been close to all these many years. But there was something that I checked on about Dr. Tsutsui, and I understand, and I read it that he is probably the world's foremost expert on Godzilla. And I checked with Mark Spradley about this. Now you got to remember, Mark and I go way back, and I'll have to admit I've played a lot of jokes at his expense. Just, it seemed like funny things to me. But I got to thinking, and I asked about Bill and his expertise on Godzilla, and he said, "Oh yeah. And I said, "This isn't one of the most elaborate comeback, get you in the face jokes on me that has ever been played," but I confirmed that was actually true. Danielle, I did write the song "Arkansas, You Run Deep in Me," and I'm very proud of it. It's just people ask me. One of the things people inevitably will ask a songwriter would be, "What have you written that I know?" Well, I don't know what you know. But another thing that another question is, what's your favorite song? And I can honestly say, "Arkansas, You Run Deep in Me" is my favorite song. And Hendrix, you run deep in me too. And thank you for this wonderful, wonderful honor.
Annaclaire Atkins is a senior biology major and chemistry minor from Little Rock, Arkansas. Annaclaire is introducing the Odyssey Medal recipient for research.
Good morning. My name is Annaclaire Atkins, and I'm a senior biology major and chemistry minor here at Hendrix College. For the last decade of my life, I've been preparing to enter the career of veterinary medicine. As a young child, I was known for the menagerie of animals running around my house, from cats to dogs to mice to lizards to rodents, and even a pair of ducklings. When I came to Hendrix College in 2013, I knew without a doubt that I wanted to go on to veterinary school, but I lacked not only an applied foundation in the sciences, but any direction in which field of veterinary medicine I wished to enter. As a freshman, I had only limited knowledge of the opportunity the Odyssey program provided each and every student. I've been incredibly fortunate at Hendrix College to have the chance to work with professors such as Dr. McClung, who overheard my enthusiasm for animal behavior research and recruited me to her team in 2014. Through the Odyssey program my sophomore year, I was able to learn the mechanics of grant writing, work through the scientific method in the field to explore the effect of chronic noise from gas extraction on local birdsong, and discover which brand of bug repellent truly held up its claims in the humid, boggy woods of central Arkansas. But one of the greatest things I ever received from the Odyssey program was the confidence and direction I gained pursuing my dream to be a veterinarian. Last summer, I interned at a local small animal clinic. I showed up on the first day expecting that this would be a summer of observation following the doctor around the hospital, but it was anything but. On my first day at Greenbrier Animal Hospital, I was taught how to prepare and read diagnostic tests such as fecal slides and heartworm tests, as well as pull up the correct vaccines for new and yearly patients. As the summer progressed, I could proficiently attain, prepare, read, and diagnose internal parasites under my veterinarian's supervision on a light microscope, a skill I never quite perfected in zoology. For one of the first times in my life, I was responsible for correctly diagnosing the pathogens present in a client's animal, which if misdiagnosed can lead to a serious infection or even death. Correctly diagnosing this simple test gave me confidence in my work and reassured me that I was still on the correct path choosing veterinary medicine as my future. This internship also instilled in me a passion that I did not know I previously had for large animal medicine, while ironically working at a small animal clinic with infrequent yet thrilling large animal clients. My choice to apply to veterinary school as a large animal vet is an uncommon choice for women, given that it remains a male-dominated field, most likely due to the extreme competition, working conditions, and unusual working hours. Today, we are here to honor Cathy Langston, who is a groundbreaking internist and nephrologist recognized around the world for her work in veterinary medicine. I admire her many achievements, including being a woman who entered a male-dominated field of veterinary research and flourished with over 100 publications, including peer-reviewed journals and book chapters. Dr. Langston graduated from Hendrix College in 1987 and went on to earn her doctorate in veterinary medicine from Louisiana State University. Before joining the Ohio State University in 2014, Dr. Langston trained at the Animal Medical Center in New York, where she stayed on as a staff veterinarian and was responsible for the training of over 65 residents and 500 interns in small animal medicine. She has also completed a fellowship in renal medicine and hemodialysis at the University of California, Davis. Her vast experience and breadth of accomplishments are a model for me and for all of us gathered here today. It's my honor to welcome to the podium Dr. Cathy Langston.
In recognition of a professional and personal life well lived, the Hendrix Board of Trustees and Hendrix College are honored to present Cathy Langston with the 2016-17 Odyssey Medal for Research, and to hold her up to our students, our alumni, and the community at large as a testament to the value of engaged liberal arts and sciences education at Hendrix College.
I'd like to thank you very much for the flattering introduction that I've been given and for the honor of getting this medal. I'm very happy to be back here at Hendrix, which played a critical role in helping me achieve my dream of becoming a veterinarian. I'm one of the fortunate people who always knew what I wanted to do. My mother says that in second grade I had my entire career path mapped out for me. After I graduated from Little Rock Central High, I came to Hendrix. I was in biology, and I particularly remember Dr. Art Johnson. I also particularly remember an assignment in which we had to sketch the anatomy of 400 cross-sections of a guppy. I actually loved that assignment. Apparently, a joy in tedious, fairly repetitive tasks that lead to a deeper understanding is a useful trait, because that's what a lot of research involves. I also remember Drs. Bruce Haggard and Joe Lombardi and the encouragement that they gave me. They set up lab experiments that reduced the needed supplies and that helped reduce the amount of time for the reactions. And this was great because even when I screwed things up, I could go back to the lab overnight and repeat the experiment over and over until I finally got it right. Only once did I venture into extracurricular activities. For a theater production, I worked on building a backdrop. And during that, I actually managed to staple my shoe to the floor of the gazebo. Perhaps veterinary medicine is a better choice. I went on to vet school in Baton Rouge, and then after 2 tries, I was accepted as an intern at the Animal Medical Center in New York City, one of the largest animal hospitals. I spent 22 glorious years there, treating lots of dogs and cats, and developing a love of kidney disease and working on making veterinary dialysis available for dogs and cats. Being surrounded by the brightest young veterinarians who were interning there over the years forced me to keep developing. They really kept me on my toes. Eventually, I moved out of the city. I'm now teaching at The Ohio State University. Discussions of the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system are a daily occurrence for me now, which is fun. Seeing that smile when the concept becomes clear to a student is one of the most rewarding feelings that I can describe. I'm very honored to receive this award, and Hendrix will always hold a very important place in my heart.
Congratulations to our newest Odyssey Medal recipients. What you have accomplished in your lives sets an example and a standard for us all. We'll continue to watch with great interest as your Odysseys continue and you make a difference in the world beyond this campus. Thank you all for being here today and sharing this moment in the life of the college. Will you please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater and remain standing for the benediction? And please remain at your seats until the platform party and the faculty have recessed.
In the words of Homer's Odyssey, people delight in the work that suits them best. So may we be inspired by the stories shared to pursue our passions, to engage in meaningful work, and to delight in the vocations to which we've been called. Amen.